Alright guys, thanks for watching. This is Gustavo Adolfo Uribe, and if you have children watching this video, cover their ears because I'm going to get crazy right now. Okay, I'm going to give you a second. Alright, so this is what's going on, guys. We have the battle between this global warming and this, is this a hoax? I don't want to get taxed for CO2 type stuff, right? So it's very, very important right now because we got these radical Democrats that are really keep shoving down this global warming stuff down our throat, and the Democrat supporters or liberals or whatever, they think that it's real, and they are horrified that people are not agreeing with them, right? Now, I actually believed in this global warming a while ago when I was in college. Now, if you guys remember that movie with Al Gore, he said with the Inconvenient Truth, he said we were gonna live in water world. It's been a while now, and I'm not drowning in water. I didn't buy any fucking scuba gear, guys. I mean, it's business as normal. Now, there's been some hot summers. But now they just, and I started to look into it more, and sure enough, he's been trying to tax us on CO2 since day one. And it's just like Trump just pulled, he pulled out a while ago from this treaty. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, it's real. Like, there's organizations that want to tax the countries for their CO2 emissions, right? Which, because of global warming, right? So here's the deal, guys. Has the humans, has the people been contributing to the CO2 levels? Yes, absolutely. Has it been affecting climate change? No, it has not. Maybe very, very little. Yes, the CO2 levels, if you watch that movie, the CO2 levels are similar to the temperature or whatever. But if anybody who knows anything in science or statistics, correlation does not mean cause and effect, guys. We've been bamboozled since the beginning, and I gotta put this out there. A lot of people are getting hip to this, so I gotta share what I'm watching and what I'm learning along the way. Just recently, I know, maybe like a couple weeks ago, a month ago or something like that, Chicago was colder than Antarctica or something like that. Now, you can see the links in my description of the videos that I'm referencing and the information that I'm referencing. It was Antarctica, and I had one of the homies he's from Michigan. He was visiting, and he couldn't go back home. The flights was delayed because it was too cold. It's too cold. And they're snowed in and shit over there, right? So it's just like, okay, hold the phone, guys. Let me ask you this. And if you still believe in global warming or whatever, just think about this. Are we in water world? Did water world happen? No, it didn't. Why is Chicago colder than Antarctica? Isn't that a red flag? Isn't that a red flag and say, hey, you know what? It's been a while. I don't see no fucking water world, and I don't see no 105-degree temperatures getting all crazy, melting ice to make water world. It didn't happen. It didn't happen, guys. So why are these Democrats keep pushing that shit down our throats? Why are people not saying, hey, you know what? The weather has been crazy, but we're not swimming in our swim trunks right now, right? So here's where I'm getting with this in this video. Now I had suspicions from other videos that it could be a hoax or whatever, and I was just like, well, I don't know. But then I started to see these things where it's like, wait a minute, the Chicago thing, and that's when the super red flag hit me in the head, right? Like, Gustavo, wake the fuck up. This shit is crazy. You already had your suspicions, you already smelled the fishes, but you know what? Something's not adding up here, right? Why is it getting colder? Well, what if I told you that we're in an ice age right now and it's gonna get really fucking worse? Would you say, Gustavo, that's crazy? Or would you say, let me think about that? Well, I saw some videos, and there was a video. Well, I'll just put it out there. I'll just share with you what I saw that made me really think about this. There's Dan Pena, right? The $500 billion man, right? Check him out on YouTube. He's kind of as a controversial character, but I like him. I'm a fan, right? And there was a video of him where he said, yeah, global warming is a scam. And he said that when he went to the Arctic or Antarctica, I don't remember which one of the poles, he was visiting scientists, and then he's like, well, what's up with the global warming? And then they said, they pulled out the ice, and they laughed at him. They're like, yeah, there's cycles. There's cycles. It gets warm, it gets really cold. And if you think about it, the CO2 thing, it's only been like, what, 60 years? I don't know, something like that, a really short period of time. And we're talking about chunks of ice that have like thousands and thousands of years, right? So it's like, okay. They said it was fake. They told him. That's why I was like, oh shit, yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. Then another video I saw, I was looking this up, and there was a video of this guy. It was like 6 years ago, and he was saying that, yeah, there's different scientists all over the world. Check out the videos in the description. And he was talking about that we're gonna be in a mini ice age. We're gonna be in a mini ice age. It's gonna start around like, what, 2015-ish or whatever, and it's gonna hit the fan around 2020. And it's gonna be similar to the mini ice age that happened, I think, 285 years ago, something like that. Where, yeah. So what he was saying was that there's gonna be something about the sun with the sunspots, and I didn't really like understand most of it. I mean the details of it. What I understood is that the sun was gonna basically the sun was gonna give out less energy or less radiation or whatever. And so what the CO2 levels is, I mean, that's it's actually, to paint the whole picture of what climate change is. When we're talking about the Earth, when they're not telling you on the mainstream media is that it's really has to do with the Earth and the sun. You know, not just the positioning of the Earth, but like the sun, and like what the sun is doing in the cycles of the sun, how it works and stuff like that, right? So he was saying like, yeah, it's gonna be like a 40 year ice age period, right? And it's not gonna be as hot as it ever was. It's gonna be colder than that, something like that. Then today I watched a video, and it was like this guy was saying that, yeah, the magnetic pole's gonna shift on the Earth, and the sun's gonna have a nova. And it's like a big ass solar flare or something like that. You could correct me if I'm wrong on the videos. It's okay. I'm just giving you the gist of it. And so the flare is gonna trigger this magnetic pole shift, and around 2046 is the estimated date, and shit's gonna really hit the fan, and we're really gonna be in some fucking ice. It's going to be an ice age, folks. We're already in the ice age. So, if you... I'm not going to try to convince you or whatever. These are my thoughts. This is a thought rant, but I will say, look, check out the stuff. Think for yourself, okay? Do your own research, whatever. And I don't want to be like fear mongering you, but let's just call it for what it is. Like, it's not global warming. It's not. We gotta be like pretty rational here. If Chicago's colder than Antarctica or whatever, that's pretty crazy. And if you talk to other people around the world, and ask them about these recent coldness, they're gonna say like, yeah, dude, like it's been pretty cold. I mean, I just the other day, about a week ago, I was walking to work, parked the car, and I was like, damn, this is really cold, right? I was like, this is really like I mean, I was wearing this fleece sweater, and I'm like, man, this is cold. It's usually cold, but this is really fucking cold. And I talked to my my coworker, and she was like, it's probably like 60 or whatever. Cause I'm in LA right now. I'm working currently in Pasadena. And I was like, nah, this is colder than 60. I looked at my phone. It was 38 degrees. It was 38 degrees, folks. It was 8 a.m., 38 degrees. I recently called my mom. She's in Santa Barbara. We were talking about this. She was telling me, yeah, man, the couple weeks, like this last month or whatever, like her car was having trouble starting because it was so cold. It was like, again, like 38, 35, something like that. Now, this, for you guys watching, if you've never lived in in Southern California, this is a big red flag, guys. Like I mean, this is pretty intense coldness, and you could say, that's nothing, whatever. But when you put the whole picture together, I mean, I'm just connecting dots in my head, you know, and I know that there were recent summers that were really hot, and from what I saw in the video, some videos, is that the sun was, you know, doing its thing. So when the sun was doing its thing, emitting more energy, it actually, those spikes in the summer, it was, I don't want to, it really seemed like that's what it was doing, which would make sense, because even if we have a shitload of CO2, like that CO2 is not spiking. It's not spiking the temperature. You know what I'm saying? The sun is spiking the temperature, unless you could prove me wrong. So if it's making it hotter, then it should be making it colder if it's in the inverse, right? And of course it gets more, there's more technical detail stuff. A lot of you guys are more science oriented than me. I just shoot from the hip, and I just, you know, I let God sort them out. I just let it fly, let God sort them out. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please share it and get the word out, because this is serious stuff. I mean, we're dealing with some really heavy duty politics right now. We're always heavy duty politics, every generation, but this is some serious shit. And I've read 1984, and everybody references 1984, but this really, I really thought about 1984 with this, because if you haven't read the book, do yourself a favor, go read it, go get the audio book, and just do it. Just, you know, maybe at work or after work or whatever, just do it. Just so you know what I'm talking about. In the book, it's just like, oh my God. The doublespeak, you know, you got in the book, they're like taking the news or whatever, and they're like, you know, making it, you know, censoring or whatever. But it wasn't just censoring it. It was like they would rewrite it, and they would make words, the doublespeak. It was like you don't even know what the hell they're saying, right? So it's like, they think like this is probably not a good example, or maybe it is a good example. But if you say there's global warming, but you're actually in an ice age, I mean, dude, that's cognitive dissonance right there. That's straight up. That's a mind control hijack. Oh, excuse me. I gotta put my laundry in the dryer. But anyways, go check that out, and tell me what you think in the comments. Let's talk about it. Okay, thanks.